Hello and welcome to StayinLondon blog. I haven't spoken to you in a while. And first of all, I just want to say Happy New Year. It's my first blog post in 2022. And I'm very excited. I think this year we're finally gonna go back to some kind of normal. And, we're receiving quite a lot of bookings for May, June, July. And I think people really want to travel and with countries loosening the restrictions for travel, I think soon we'll be able to travel even more. So I've been receiving quite a lot of questions about from potential hosts if they could just do the management of their listing on their own without actually hiring a third party or a company like StayinLondon. So today I just want to address that question briefly. And the answer is yes, of course. And this is how I started my business, is when I was just looking after one listing. So it definitely is possible, especially if you are leaving for a short period of time and you want to rent your property out for, let's say, 2-3 weeks. I think that's absolutely possible to achieve. So first of all, you need to make sure that you have good pictures for the listing before you even consider that option. So first of all, make sure you have good photographs. And the second thing that you will have to address if you have multiple groups of guests staying is making sure that the property is cleaned. So the way some of my potential clients, the way I suggested to them is just getting a reliable cleaning company or private cleaner who could take care of the property, clean everything, do the washing, take care of the linen while you're away. So you have to agree that in advance. Sometimes this could be difficult because you might have people leaving and checking in, one group leaving and then another group checking in on the same day. So you just have to make sure that you have a reliable cleaner who can actually attend in that day. If people are checking out at 10 in the morning and then the new group is checking in at 4, you only have 6 hours to make sure that the property is cleaned and ready for the next guests. A way of addressing that is, of course, hiring a cleaning and linen company who could just, who have multiple cleaners and who could just do that for you. So in case your cleaner is sick, they will always have, other options or other cleaners they can send to your property. Then another thing is making sure, you address any questions of the guests that you might have during their stay. So, it depends where you go. Very often, Airbnb expects you to answer within 24 hours. So even if you're, in a different time zone, I think it still gives you enough time to respond to any of the queries. So for example, if they are struggling to find something in the apartment, or if they need an extra set of keys, those kind of things that you can address while your guests are staying at the property. And then lastly, and most importantly, I think, is making sure that if you do have any emergencies, that you have somebody who could help you out. So very often hosts choose to ask their friends who live in the in the area or their neighbors to help out in these situations that are very rare. And I've also seen hosts who for example went to Canary Islands. They could still manage to get an electrician to attend an issue that the guests were having, from being away. So even though it does look complicated, but it is something that, is possible to achieve. Is just preparation, making sure that all of the instructions to the guests are very clear, that, once they arrive, they can, find everything is labeled, they know how to operate and use the washing machine, things like that. So it is definitely possible. However, if you're going for an extended period of time, like 3, 4, 5, 6 months, then it can become almost a full-time job because you will have multiple, groups changing, and all the time it might be very time-consuming and stressful. So this is when a company like StayinLondon could help out. When you really want to outsource the whole of the process of, looking after the bookings and looking after the guests and making sure the cleaning is done on time, things like that. So in case you are considering it, please get in touch at the address below, and we will be able to provide you a quote of how much it would cost to hire a third party to help you manage your listing. Thank you for listening, and we'll speak soon. I really want to start making more of these blog posts on a weekly basis, maybe bi-weekly basis. So watch this space. Thank you.